A perfectly cooked, barbecued whole chicken is gonna wow your friends and family, but it may be a little bit tricky to get all the parts of that bird done at the same time, which is why today we're gonna show you a few techniques guaranteed to give you a bird that's tender and juicy, evenly cooked, and has bite-through skin. Perfect chicken every time. Coming up. Hey, welcome back to Adrenaline Barbecue. I'm Jabin Postal, and today at the grill, we're gonna show you how to spatchcock a chicken and cook it using the slow and sear and kettle grill. And just like always, I'm gonna put all the show notes as well as the full recipe in the description box below, so make sure to click down there to see everything that you need for this cook. So to get started with this recipe, you're gonna need a whole chicken as well as a good pair of kitchen shears, because we're gonna be spatchcocking this chicken to get it ready for the grill. And spatchcocking or butterflying basically means that we're gonna be removing the backbone of our chicken so that we can lay it flat, which will help cook the bird faster and more evenly. So to do this, we're gonna take our kitchen shears and cut on either side of the backbone. And you'll notice that there are some smaller bones right beside the backbone. And this is what we're going to be cutting through. There we go. Once you have your backbone removed, you're just going to place that off to the side, because that's going to make some really good chicken stock later on. Then you're just going to take your chicken and place it breast side up, because we need to crack the breastbone and the collarbone. So what you're gonna do is just take the palm of your hand and right over the center of the breast, you're gonna firmly press down. I don't know if you could hear that, but that crack sound that you'll hear when you press down on the breastbone just lets you know that you're all the way through. And then what you're gonna do to finish that off is just go ahead and trim up the rest of the chicken. We're gonna remove the tips of our wings, and if there's any extra fat laying around, we're just gonna trim that off. This one looks pretty good. Now that our chicken has been spatchcocked, we're gonna prep our bird by dry brining it overnight. To do this, we're simply gonna place a half a teaspoon of kosher salt per pound of meat all over the chicken. And don't worry about getting under the skin, as the salt will penetrate through the skin and into the meat. This is important as the salt dries the skin at the same time as it penetrates, which makes dry brining a key technique to achieve crispier skin. And so once our chicken has been salted, we're gonna place it into the fridge uncovered overnight until we're ready to cook. All right, I wanna show you this. This is a chicken that we spatchcocked yesterday, dry brined it just like this one, and placed in the fridge overnight uncovered. So you'll notice that the salt has absorbed through the skin and into the meat, and the skin appears drier and even a little bit darker than it was just before that we salted it. And this is exactly what we're looking for. Okay, now the last thing that we need to do is prepare our chicken for the grill using whatever rub or flavor profile you want to use. Today we're using our own homemade rub, which will give our chicken a very nice traditional barbecued flavor. We'll place the recipe for today's rub and a few others we like down below in the description box just to help you out. All right, so now that our chicken has been rubbed, we're gonna go ahead and get our slow and sear all set up for cooking at 325 degrees. Our grill is now set up and cooking at 325 degrees, and we did that by placing a half a chimney basket of unlit briquettes into the slow and sear, and then topped it off with a half a basket of hot briquettes. And note the piece of applewood that we placed into the charcoal basket as well as it was heating up. We also have our bottom vents 3/4 of the way open and our top vents adjusted as needed just to hold that temperature at 325 degrees. So chicken skin is very unforgiving when it comes to dirty smoke, and so when you set up your kettle, you want to make sure that that smoke is coming out a thin white or a thin blue. And for your first attempt at this recipe, we'd suggest that you only use one chunk of wood. Folks are more likely to complain about too much smoke rather than they are too little. And with our grill all ready to go, we're going to place our chicken onto the grill. Now when we put our chicken onto the grill, we're gonna place it breast side closest to the slow and sear. We're gonna pull it back from the edge of the reservoir just slightly. And we're gonna space out and spread out the chicken as much as we can, just to help with some even cooking. So the last thing that we need to do is place our digital thermometer into the thickest part of the breast so that we can monitor the internal temperature of the chicken as it cooks. So now that everything is ready to go, we're gonna close the lid and we're gonna start cooking this chicken for about 1.5 hours at 325 degrees. And this is the hard part. We're gonna leave the lid closed until our internal temperature reaches 110 degrees, where we're just gonna go in and give a quick look and just probe the legs to see how they're coming up to temperature alongside the breast. So our chicken has now hit an internal temperature of 110 degrees, and we're gonna go in and take our instant read thermometer and make sure our temperatures are progressing in the dark meat as we'd expected them to. So we can see that everything is going well for our chicken. And so we're gonna close the lid and we're gonna continue cooking this bird until the breast reaches an internal temperature of 160 degrees. Well, our spatchcock chicken has been cooking for about 1 hour and 15 minutes, and our leave-in thermometer is saying it's 160 degrees. So we're gonna open up the lid and take a look. This is gonna be really good. Wow, this chicken looks awesome. The skin has that perfect color, and you can tell that it's going to be crispy and perfect. But before we take it off the grill, let's just confirm our internal temperatures. I'm gonna take my instant read thermometer and check both the breast and the thighs. Our breast should be around 160, and our thighs, we wanna be 175 or higher to give good texture. And because our chicken is up to temperature, we're gonna pull our digital read thermometer, and we're gonna get it off the grill and ready for the taste test. All right, our spatchcock chicken is all done and it looks gorgeous. It's now time to cut into it and give it a taste. I can tell you right away here that this breast is really juicy. Wow, you can just see all that moisture that's in this breast. Wow, it is so juicy, guys. I'm gonna give it a taste. Here we are. Wow. Okay, so the breast, spot on, juicy, awesome, delicious. One of my favorite things is the chicken leg or the quarter. And so I'm just gonna caveman style this one. That skin is crispy, full of flavor, is cooked perfectly on the inside. This is awesome. So there you have it, a perfectly cooked, juicy chicken with crispy bite-through skin that's easy to do and tastes amazing. Hey, if you like what we're doing on this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, as well as leave a comment down below on how your spatchcock chicken turned out. I'm Javen with Adrenaline Barbecue Company, where we didn't invent the kettle, we perfected it. See you next time.